Did you? I don't know if you've been listening. People are starting to say Collingwood are losing their aura a little bit, which gathered. You can't deny when you're winning those close games. There was a tremendous aura and fear around Collingwood in close games, and they sort of just dropped off a little bit.
Oh, I guess for us, we still feel teams are still well and truly up for the fight against us, for no doubt. But I think the encouraging sign for us on the weekend, the way that we finished, I know Fly touched on it even post-game, that yes, that's encouraging and it is positive to finish like that, but we've just got to stop putting ourselves in positions that late in games to get so desperate to try and run teams down. It is. Like I know Fly talked about gears last year. You don't want to be relying on that, especially like.
And why are you? Why is Collingwood falling behind? I mean, is it lack of losing focus? Losing control of the game?
Oh, I don't. On the weekend specifically, I just felt like our first half, we just did the basics so poor. And against Gold Coast there, I just felt like they executed far more consistently than we did. And unfortunately, it doesn't take much to bang on a few goals and get 4 to 6 goals down. And that's where we were. We thought we scrambled, in the third, and then we got it back on our terms in the last. But like I said, you want to set the games up early enough. So that's what we're diving into this week, no doubt, in the review. We'll go through some oppo tomorrow and get to work.
It's a great question that Craig McRae asked after the game, the mentality of playing football. How can you do that in that 30-minute period, but you can't do it in the second quarter? When the Blues were inconsistent, we were asking everyone at Carlton, why are you able to do that for 25 minutes in the second quarter and fall away so drastically between the 20-minute mark of the third quarter and the 15 minutes? I think that you guys have closed that sort of opening of inconsistency. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, and it takes time. When you're evolving and maturing as a side, you can't just go from the bottom to the top like that. It takes lessons, and you go 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and you think about 12 months ago, we're out of the 8 and sort of trying to find out who we were as a side. So can change quickly once you get the sort of momentum and what it feels like to be good. But then you factor in former guys, confidence of guys, injuries. Like Collingwood have been smacked with injuries this year, which they're starting to get some guys back. So you can't underestimate, the cohesion and consistency of your 22 consistently out there. And the last 5 weeks, we've sort of had that. So we're able to tinker with little sort of tweaks of our game plan rather than personnel always coming in and out.
This scoring was unbelievable in the third quarter on the weekend. Safe to say, there's not an answer to say it's your best footy you've played in a short period. But damn, it was pretty close, Paddy. When you look back on it, what were you most impressed other than the kicking of goals?
I just think, our defence at the moment is keeping us in games, and, we're happy to be in an arm wrestle all day. We know when you play the best teams, it's generally going to be an arm wrestle, and to Richmond's credit, their pressure on that was first class in the first half. They probably had us at the back end of the second quarter, and they probably went in with the momentum at half time. But I think the last 5 weeks it's been pretty consistent that we've been able to sort of weather their momentum, and then when we get a chance, we're putting the foot down and putting scoreboard pressure on, and that's the most pleasing thing. But it's coming off the back of our defence, and you're not going to have momentum throughout the whole game. So when you don't have it, how can you hold up? And then when you do have it, how do you put the foot down? And I feel like we're running out games really well at the moment, which has been probably the most pleasing thing in a 5-week patch.
You're back to being the swing man. What's the trigger? Can you feel it coming when it's going to... Right, down you go.
I didn't feel it coming on the weekend, but I think Fly's great at trying things and throwing a few magnets around. He doesn't hesitate in not waiting to the end of the game to try some things. And I've obviously done that in the last 2 games at the back end of the games, and found like we potentially works late in games, but ideally he doesn't have to throw the magnets around, and we're kind of doing our job naturally. But I think a few guys have played a few different roles. Like Nick spent some more time forward. You've seen the impact that he's obviously having when he goes down there as well. And I think I'll naturally be a defender, but it's obviously there if you need to.
What you've got, which a lot of forwards haven't got, you've got to want to lead at the ball carrier. Football now is a lot of people standing back. You've got a couple on the lead. Charlie likes getting out, and Harry, but they also like the long ball. The big guys, how many times do you see that? I watch you. You're going at the ball carrier, which is a ball carrier. That's what you want, don't you?
Yeah, obviously you want dual options, so you want the short and the long. So when your system's running well ahead of the ball,
bamboozling.
You got 2 looks. You got that one where you can lower the eyes and hit it up, or if you need to, have a contest long, then you got someone there to be able to bring it to the floor.
So that's what you want to bring? That just give them the option all the time?
Yeah, I guess for me, I'll just give them a different look. I think, I provide something a little bit different to the other keys. But if we're moving the ball and transitioning pretty quickly, we've got speed for days down there, hence why the guys get it out the back and probably out in transition. But I'm probably a little bit more old school, continually hit back up the ball, and if we've got a big beast on me, I don't really want to be in a wrestle, so...
If you were 25 and on the market, mate, you'd get paid $900,000 as a hit up forward.
I'm only 27, so...
We'll get we'll get an 8-year deal then. There's a lot of 8-year deals going around.
Is Darcy Moore struggling for his best form, in your opinion?
Oh, he wouldn't... He'd put his hand up and say he's not playing his best footy. But also, as a team, we're not playing the best footy either, so... I think if we're playing a lot more consistent footy and our pressure potentially is not fluctuating as much and we execute the fundamentals, I think we all look like we're going to play better footy. Darcy's not on his own. We continually support him, us as a back line. We're trying the best as we can. His Monday to Friday work is unbelievable and he's still leading really well. So, like I said, he's probably not playing the best footy he has, but he's definitely contributing to the group.
Big games ahead, aren't they? Friday night, back to Essendon, full house again.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I've never played... I think we've got 5 games at the G in a row. I've never played that many games at the G in a row. Pendles probably would. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Friday night against Essendon, 4th v 6, really important game for both. Both coming off the back of losses. It's going to be potentially pretty hot early, but yeah, we're just looking forward to another opportunity to get to work because... get back on the winners list as quickly as possible.